Written by Phoenix Zero Heat. I like to think of myself as a pretty scary guy. I kind of have to be in my line of work. See, I live alone in the woods, not too far from a pretty well-walked section of the Appalachian Trail. I don't really like people, you see. I much prefer to stay by myself and keep to the peace of the forest. And people definitely don't like me. But well, guy's gotta eat, doesn't he? Usually, a body will last me for 2 or 3 weeks, depending. Some folks got a little more meat on their bones, but all considering where I catch them, most of the meat's pretty lean. The younger the better, of course, but it's not too often I hunt kids. Please tend to search a lot harder for the little ones. Can't be causing too much trouble. Those city people just wouldn't understand how much work goes into hunting people. Ain't there even a story they make the little ones read in school about hunting folk? Like tonight, for instance, I spotted a couple, a man and a woman, about 3 miles south of my hut. They look like easy pickings, and if I get both, that's almost a month's worth of meat. So I'm following them, sneaking along a few 100 feet off the path. Not close enough to see them, but enough to hear them. The birds tend to get real quiet for me when I'm on the hunt, much appreciated by me. What the fuck? I whip my head around from side to side, ready to stab at whoever the hell just breathed on my neck. But there's nothing and nobody there. And that really pisses me the hell off. I know these woods. Lived in them for damn well over a decade. Nothing in these woods should be able to catch me off guard. It was probably just the wind making a weird sound somehow. I'm not sure, but the longer I stand here wondering, the further the couple gets. So I keep moving, albeit with some quick glances over my shoulder every once in a while. I follow them for maybe another hour and a half before the sun starts to touch down on the horizon, illuminating the sky in beautiful pinks and purples. For a little while now, I feel like I've had some eyes on me. I'm not sure by what, but I haven't had anything else breathing down my neck. It's really weird, and just when I think about walking back, finding another prey, I realize something. It's silent. Dead. Quiet. Not just the birds, but the insects have stopped. The wind isn't blowing through the trees, and most importantly, I can't hear the couple. I stop in my tracks, not wanting to make any noise, and listen closely. Still feeling some sort of eyes on me, I just have one thought running through my head. Just one reason everything would go so damn quiet. Some sort of predator is roaming about. Other than me. Even a grizzly wouldn't cause this level of total silence. And they're not even awake yet anyway. So what the hell is it? And why the hell do I feel like I'm being watched? Is it watching me? After maybe 20 or 30 minutes of standing, it's totally dark outside now. The moon is just a sliver in the sky, barely lighting up the leafy ground in front of me. I decide I can't just stand here forever, so I take a step forward. Still silent. Another step. Still silent. Maybe it's all in my head, I think. I almost laugh out loud even. The couple must have just set up camp and went to sleep. And I didn't notice because I was too busy being paranoid. I began working my pace up to what it was before, though I do still try to keep as quiet as possible. despite my bravado. My feet keep moving for me, carrying me towards where I'm sure the couple is. I ignore the feelings of worry I have and begin scanning where I am, looking for their camp. The trees are still empty, all their leaves lying on the ground at my feet. The soil under the leaves is tight and packed, still cold and full of roots. That's weird. There are a lot more roots and, of course, trees in this section of forest than I remember. Did I accidentally walk to a denser path of the trail than I remember? Actually, no, I don't think I'm anywhere near the trail. Where the hell am I? Despite my wanting to ignore it, I involuntarily shift my body around, looking behind me with my skinning knife up and ready to use. But there's nothing there. Just the wind, right? I turn back around and some leaves fall to the ground in front of me. I freeze in my tracks and slowly tilt my head upwards, toward the tree. There's nothing there. The tree's empty. And so are all the ones nearby. There's not even any leaves in the tree to have knocked down, so what the hell? Where did those come from? Fuck this. I start running. I try my best to not trip over any of the roots on this unfamiliar path. It sounds right behind me, breathing right down my neck, mid-sprint. If I can't outrun it, then fine, I'll fight it. I spin and slash my knife outwards in a large arc, but I hit nothing but leaf. There's a trail of leaves directly behind me, then leading out from my left, deeper into the woods. I watch them fall, maybe about chest height to the ground. Is something kicking up those leaves? Where the hell did it go? I don't know what the fuck is going on out here, but there's no way I'm following whatever the hell just went that way. I start making my way back from where I came, but I go slowly, methodically, scanning everything around me with every step. It's a painstaking process, but whatever's here obviously doesn't want me seeing it, so it's worth it to be safe. I feel like I've traveled maybe a half mile, but who knows? Could be a couple feet for all I care, as long as that thing doesn't catch me. But just ahead I see a clearing in the trees, with a little light in it. Maybe a lantern, a camp. The couple's camp. But how? This isn't the direction they were heading. This isn't even anywhere near the path. I don't understand, but I approach cautiously anyway. And hell, maybe I can get out of here with some meat after all. I draw closer and closer to the camp, and as I get close enough to see, I become aware something's off. Shit, there's no tent, no packs, no supplies. Just an oil lantern and 2 bodies in the center of the clearing. Did something get them? I'm not sure if it's still close or not. I should be careful. This is probably a stupid idea, but I step into the clearing. The lantern is precious. It's too dark to find my way home properly. Also, I need to check the bodies. I need to know what the hell got them. Are they sliced, bitten and chewed, or mangled beyond recognition? Maybe sucked dry of their blood and organs. What the hell got them? As I step into the clearing proper, I take a step closer to the bodies and think to myself, there's no blood. Are they alive, maybe? Minimalist hikers, perhaps? A few more steps take me closer to the center, right next to the bodies, and I get a good look at them. The woman was wearing pink hiking shoes and tight, pristine yoga pants and a yellow jacket with some check mark on the side. Her hair is tied up in a bun, standing tall in the air. I can't see her face because she's lying face down, but I scan my eyes over to the man right next to her. His eye sockets are empty, hollow, an abyss where his eyes should be. His nose is totally gone too, just two long, thin holes where it should be. Further down, his mouth is agape, and it's totally void. No teeth, tongue, or anything that can resemble skin inside. Honestly, he looks like a skeleton covered in just skin. Empty inside. But it isn't skin, is it? Where his neck meets his crooked chin, I see a seam. Against my better judgment, I can't help myself. I reach down and hook my nail on the seam. It peels off easily, further and further up, until all the skin on his face is just hanging backwards over his shaggy hair. I rub it a little in my fingers and the skin feels wrong. Slimy, pasty, and sticky, almost like... Fuck. I look backward, slowly, to see there's nothing behind me. Directly, at least. All around the clearing, leaves are flying upwards like something just raced around the perimeter. I drop my knife. I trapped myself. Rolling the woman over reveals her face to be the same as the man. Skeletons with fake skin. What are they? What's the point of these things? Oh. As leaves scatter in two different directions, leading towards me, I realize exactly what that couple was. They were bait.